Yeah. Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the seminar on intelligent mounting systems and structures. We may give another 2 or 3 minutes grace before we start. So maybe by 11:03 or 11:04 we can start up the session. Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Rather even good afternoon, because in some places it is already above 12. And welcome back after the Eid holidays, and welcome again on a Power and Sun webinars. This webinar is along with Aerocompact. Aerocompact is a company which is based from Austria, and they are one of the best mounting structures producers from Europe. They have a background of more than 1 gigawatt installations worldwide. They have they have 3 or 4 different places in the world, manufacturing setups, including India. Have 14 sales offices, So there's a lot of experience in terms of the mounting structures, especially the special mounting structures. And with us from Aerocompact, with us we have Mr. Hakan, very senior person from as Aerocompact with a 22 years of experience in Middle East, most of the countries, Africa, Europe. So he carries with him a vast experience in terms of business management, business development, sales, technical sides of the sales, and especially on the structures. We will have this webinar for around 1 year, 1 hour's time. Initial 10 minutes will be on an introduction to a power and sun and what type of services we offer to the industry. What are the special which we are bringing it for you to support, because we always strive or look forward to make the entire transactions in the easiest possible way, making the pricing as the best, making the technical support. So what we have in our kitty to offer it to the market. 45 minutes, maybe 50 minutes, maybe a presentation from Mr. Hakan. He is going to take you through on various aspects of the structures, what is applicable in the Middle East, his experience sharing, some references, and more importantly, how the tool can be used and what are the special features of the tools. The last 10-15 minutes, we will be having a question answer sessions. And when I say question answer session, we would like to not only take the questions through the chat, we will also have a live question answer sessions, means people can participate. So there is a handout sign, handout can be raised. There is a limit of 5 handouts at any one point of time. So we will pick up one questions with these handouts, allow their microphone to speak, answers will be given, and then we can go back again. This is how the entire webinar is structured. Coming on a power and sun now, we are as I said, we are a design and distribution company, which has a headquarters in Dubai. We have a background in the last 3 years, close to around 300 megawatt of various materials, inverters, PV modules shipped to the various projects. We have a footprints in around 35 countries. We are specialized only on the design and the distributions. We don't install anything anywhere, and we don't also have a plan to installing it anywhere. We got 4 global offices, 7 years plus of experience. Best price guaranteed. When we say that, we mean it, because the way we operate is actually we operate as a demand aggregator who takes the aggregates the demand from a market from a various EPCs, put them together, draw projections from there, have a forecast, then sign up a long-term contract with the suppliers. So most of the tier 1 suppliers in inverters or in the PV modules, we are they are there with us as the authorized representative or the partners. One-stop shop, when I say, we truly mean a one-stop shop, because probably the only company in the Middle East region who has a capability of understanding the system as a whole. So we talk about inverters, cables, connectors, combiner boxes, panels, almost all the equipments what we are talking about, what it goes into the solar industry, barring few small lugs and other things, but close to around 90-95% from a value point of view is being handled from a single source, from a single window. Demand aggregators, I've already explained that we are a wholesaler basically, and this demand aggregation is now going to be an online mechanism. So it's on an online basis. The various projects can be say registered, and then they will have a visibility of a next 3 months availability of a product and the prices. So the single window, when they open it, they will be able to get a prices. The EPCs will be able to get a prices of all the products which are going for on-grid or for off-grid systems. Engineering and project management support on a select basis. We also provide engineering and project management support, which we call it as EPPM. Solar Simplified is a terminology which has been coined by us, whereby our approach is to simplify the entire process of solar procurement, component procurement, and reduce the project turnaround time by not less than 30 to 40%. and at least 3 or 4% of a 3 or 4% reduction on the prices. Now I'll explain in the next slide a little more in detail about a solar simplified, because this is something which is actually meant for the for most of the tier 2 and tier 3 EPCs company, because this tool can make you complete 3 or 4 if you are doing 3 projects in a year, this will help you to do 4 projects or 5 projects in a year with the same resources, and reducing the cost by 2 to 3%, if not high. 360-degree solar solutions is nothing but off-grid, on-grid. Wherever there is a solar power or energy can be used, we can design a system for it and can create a components for it. Buy online is again a very dedicated solar buy online e-commerce platform. Smaller size of our products for a B2C market especially can be bought online. We are also, through a demand aggregator rule, we are creating a B2B market online also, and it has a flexibility that payment need not to be paid over here. Payment can be paid through the regular banking channel, but the orders and the requirements can be confirmed through this route. As we go further, we can explain further on this. Solar simplified, as I said, is to a very good surprise to most of the people. 70% of the project time, energy, and cost is actually spent in making the materials available to the site. And this is one area where most of the time it has been ignored. And this is the most troublesome area also, because if this is not being managed well, your costings of the project will go hayway. Your profitability will get affected. Project which is required to be delivered in a time of say 3 months, if this gets delayed, the cost of a delay is much higher than what we see the cost of a delay, because the amount of savings what you are supposed to have it in those extra 1 month will also get affected by this. And this is normally this solar simplified, the pillars on which it has been worked out, or it is standing, is basically aligning the complete demand chain. Now I'll not go much in detail because the time constraint, but just a very quick example or this thing. If the demand in the market is been aligned, the amount of wastages which goes here and there, and those amount of those wastages which can be stopped, and those benefits of that alignment, if it is shared back, that itself will give you, for each EPCs, it will give you at least 2 or 3% of a benefit from the managing of a demand chain itself. Bringing visibility, there is a technique. It is not, we are not talking anything new. There are industries who have taken a benefit of being implementing the practices and principles of a supply chain in there. You talk about automotive industries. Way back in 1950s and 60s, the best principles of supply chain was introduced over there. 3PL, 4PL, inventory management, inventory deployment, proper forecasting tools, uses, all these concepts. Now, Power and we are trying to bring it into the solar industry. And the benefit, you can talk about automotive industry, you can talk about the IT, especially the hardware industry, where all the components can be assembled together at one place in a no time. So these are some benefits. Bringing visibility is extremely important, because if there is a visibility right from the procurement to the end, because who has placed the order, he has a right that how his product is moving in the chain, when it is going to arrive, how it is going to arrive, and there has to be a method, there has to be a methodology to exhibit all these things without a human interference or without a human manipulations in this. Increasing availability of a product. Most of the products with whom we are dealing it with, they have a warehousing setup in Dubai, in Jebel Ali, which is under a free zone, and from there it can move to the various countries very freely. We also are going to have it very soon, a warehousing setup in Mumbai in India, which will also again be in the free zone. From there it can move into the Southeast Asian places. Very soon, maybe in a couple of months' time, after the COVID situation normals, maybe in 1.5 months' time, we will be also having the Aerocompact components available at at Jebel Ali, so that the time gaps can be reduced to a greater extent. Integrated project supplies, it is very important, instead of having a localized uh, optimization. If the optimization happens on a collective basis, then it makes a lot of difference. I can share a very simple example, so way back, around 15-20 years back, when I was working in a multinational company, there was an internal target given to the department to reduce the cost. So what they do is the cost reduction. One of the suggestion was packing cost reduction, and actually it passed through the suggestion, and though the packing cost was reduced by 1.5%, 2%, but at the end of it, what we found is that the transit breakages has increased by almost around 3 to 4%. So what we wanted to gain as an advantage, it comes out to us as a pain. So that's the reality, is that instead of having a local optimizations, if there is a possibility of understanding entire system as a whole, and then the system is trying to be optimized, this is much better situation. So this type of role can be done very well by the integrators who are specialized only on that job, because the distribution of a product or the availability of a component is been taken so lightly that many EPCs, many distributors, they want to do the EPCs, or they want to do the construction of the product, they want to do the development also. There's a bit of a chaotic situation. We are focused only on the integrated project supplies. Reducing prices is like through the economies of scale. For you, 300 kilowatt, 1 megawatt, half a megawatt, 2 megawatt. When it comes up together at our end, it becomes 5 megawatt, 10 megawatt, 20 megawatt, and that's how those are discussed, negotiated, and then they can be supplied better. Assuring agility is extremely important, because when you deal it up with the companies, with the people, the variations bound to happen, and with those variations, how quickly and how nicely it's being managed by us or by the company, or with whom you are with whom you are dealing, your partners. If they're not agile, believe it from me, in the good times everything is good, but in a bad times like this, when everything comes to a standstill, and you have a contract signed, material is lying it over there, you need to find it out, the innovative ways to reach the to actually manage the logistics. So all these things cannot be assured without the agility, and agility should come as a part of a system. It cannot be just a mere statement, and there are ways of putting it back into the system. Together with Aerocompact, I'll not take now much time. I've already explained. We will be having a stocks over here. We are highly competitive in terms of the prices. There is a technical support available with the Aero tool. There are people who are trained on this subject. You can ask your questions. You can register yourself, use it. The report comes to you. Mr. Hakan, my colleague, will explain it to you further in details. But those things are available on the shelf. And the last point, but not the least, is the experienced partner, which is very, very important, because you may get sometimes at a lesser price certain things, but this comes without an experience. So both together, the supplier and the buyer, then try to invent the wheel. So putting a method and the methodology in the entire process, getting the approvals, structures, confirmations, warranties, all this makes a lot of difference. So with this, I will close my discussions. I'll come back to you again on a question answer sessions, and I hand over the mic to Mr. Hakan now, my colleague. I have already. I will pass on, Mr. Hakan. I'm just passing it on the mic to you. Just give me a minute.
Good morning, guys. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Just perfect. Good morning, guys. Thanks for attending. That's a great pleasure to share that audience with Mr. Verma And yes, who we are. I mean, just if you allow me to do so, just share a couple of slides with you. Some of you already know us, some of you not. And the purpose of this webinar is to increase your awareness on our brand and the company and the new technologies and who we are. How can you benefit from the partnership between Aerocompact and Powerance and the Middle East? So we as Aerocompact, we have two headquarters, one in Australia and one in North Carolina. A company is a young company indeed, have been established in 2012, though that's a result of 3 years R&D with IFI University in Aachen, Germany, between 2009 and 2012. And then basically the outcome was initially a simple design tool, which we spent a lot of R&D efforts as of today. It's still unique. That was first of its kind, and then still it's unique. Why? And I will explain you why it's unique and how that helps you guys as the companies in the solar segment. We have 70 employees, and it's a growing business. Yes, as Mr. Verma mentioned, we have over 1 gigawatt installation over 50 countries, and we have entities and offices in 14 countries and expanding the business into Middle East, UK, and India and Spain as of today. So I have been appointed as regional sales director last September to lead the business for Aerocompact in MENA region. We have appointed in distributors in Saudi Arabia and UAE, signed MOUs with multiple EPCs, doing regular business with many companies. And yes, and we have manufacturing facilities in Poland, Australia, and US. And as a European company, it's not easy to get a manufacturing facility approved. I mean, during the last 2 years, even before I joined the company, they have started exploring a local manufacturing facility thanks to their some additional functionalities and the capacities. A company in Abu Dhabi, it's being explored, and we might have local extrusions being done soon by next month as well as an option. So we will have option to bring the material from Europe, Poland, or Austria, and we will have a local manufacturing option as well on some ranges, mainly metal roof, I would say. Yes, our focus is the rooftop, but we have some ground mount as well, and we're coming up some good ranges to be launched by Q4. Supposed to be Q2, but due to Corona, it got delayed with the steel production as well. As of today, all the products that we have are aluminum T66 aluminum, and next slide. Yeah. So we as Aerocompact, we focus on rooftop, and what do we deliver is the value. Basically, we deliver free engineering, full detailed technical reports, and we support and deliver the guarantee on the systems to be provided with the 25 years of warranty, and we do all the calculations, including mechanical, statical, and electrical is coming up as well. I will explain you soon. That's why I say the Aero tool, our design tool, is the first of its kind, and also the most also functional tool available in the market as of today. I will explain you in details. Then brand. I mean, we value our brand as well. I mean, we deliver high quality products. Of course, the quality has a cost. I mean, I personally, as a Hakan, I can go and approach one of the manufacturer on the street, and I can duplicate what we do. But I mean, we don't deliver a piece of aluminum. We deliver the engineering, we deliver the warranty, we deliver the quality. And then, of course, the third value we have is the product. You will understand why, because we are the first one who came up with the grounding pins, for example, helps you to save the cabling and do the proper grounding in late 2012. And then we are the first one who came up with the bracket systems, ballasted systems in the world, and many others. I will explain you. So the value that we bring is the brand, which means the support and the technical the value that we deliver to you, and then engineering, the reporting, and then the product as well. And though we are in the region for the last 6 months, we have understood what is the need in the region, and we came up with the new developments, which I'll explain on the coming slides. As I have mentioned, we are the first company, with the flat roof bracket design, and then again, first grounding pins. I'll explain you how that helps with the less cabling, less installation time, less cost, and more proper grounding on the systems. You don't need to ground all the modules. You don't need to ground even all the tables. I mean, you just have to connect the grounding cable to the rails. For example, if there's a short or long rail, that's it. So then now we moved into a strategic partnership with Nomad Saudi. We finalized, I can say, the first cleaning robots, 100% cleaning robots compatible design. It's a strategic partnership which we will promote their cleaning robots with the mounting structure, and as well as we will provide them all the mounting structures for the systems being sold by them. I will explain you what do we mean by cleaning robots compatible design in the meantime. So then the next one, the first long rail, which can carry even the gratings. So we were working on a strong rail for a long time, because we still believe that's the most cost-effective and technically optimum solution for the sandwich roofs, for example, the long rails, or whatever the roofs that you have some gaps in between, or wherever you need to have gratings, which is valid for most of the roofs, and as well as you want to install the modules to save the support structure, the mounting structure. You can use both. So we have finalized the design. I can share the details with you. That long rail is quite cost effective and optimum technical solution for wherever you need the long rail, indeed. Then, we spoke about many first, and then again, like I said, the first design tool that can handle mechanical, static, and electrical design. And now we are working on the project management side. I will explain you what Aerotool is. As of today, you just, give the coordinates or select the, it's available, it's a free tool available on our website. You just have to register and start playing with it. And then we will allow you to, once we give you the full access, then you will be able to come up with a full-fledged solution that can do by giving the coordinates, selecting the module datasheet, or uploading the datasheet and doing a quick layout. You will get a full technical report, detailed technical report with the static calculations, mechanical calculations, and proper ballasting calculations, and even the bill of material for the mounting structure needed with the right inclination and the right azimuth. So in 15 minutes, by the way. I mean, once you get practice on a tool, you can do it in 15 minutes. Initially, it takes an hour, true, but once you get used to it, and then you can easily come up with a full technical report, which will satisfy the end customers as well. So that's valid for mechanical, static, as of today, and electrical design is being used since last October in Europe with full 100% success. You can design the electric cabling, the cable trays, inverters, RMUs even, and then low voltage distribution panel, everything in one full-fledged, and then you can get a full technical detailed report. And now, just last month, they have enabled on my account as a testing account, the project management. So once we are done, I think we will launch it in Q1 2021, the project management site. then you will have a full-fledged tool that you can design A to Z, mechanical, static, electrical, and a project management for the solar rooftop projects. Then we say that's a leading company. Of course, we have many certifications. I'm not going to go through all of them, and you will see the details on the coming slides. ULIC, ASCE tested, wind, and EN2CE. Most of our products are patented. Some are patent pending, and we provide 25 years material warranty. And then I'm not gonna bother you with all those that you should know anyway. But the aluminum is a good material which is heat resistant, a good product for our region. We all know, and all of our products are wind tunnel tested up to 250 kilometers per hour, and which is quite it's a differentiator, I believe, compared to competition. And we have standardized and adjustable clamps between 30 and 50 millimeters. Now we use the same clamps in all the product ranges, which helps our distributors and also the EPCs that you can easily swap in between the installations. These are click in. We have an option for the fixed constant clamps as well, but these are easy to click in. And then we already spoke about grounding pins, less cabling, faster installation. And then, yes, the certifications, you can see the details there. I can provide you whatever you need, and they're all available on our website anyway. Then we spoke about the brackets for the ballasted solution. I'm not going to bother you. I'm not a presentation reader. I wouldn't put those much words on the presentations. Most of the time I only keep pictures, but I wanted you to keep those as a reference presentation from us, to avoid for all of you to take some notes. So then, yeah, we said Aerotool. It's really best in class design software, mechanical, static, electrical, and project management. And that delivers you the structural planning and analysis, proper ballast calculation, in which position, how many of the blocks to be used, and all those are carefully calculated against considering the local codes. We have integrated Dubai wind code, Saudi building code, and Abu Dhabi building code. I mean, all those are got integrated into the system. Some are testing mode, but I mean, it's an ongoing development, of course. So we are here in the region. I can say maybe, like I said, I have been appointed to that position last September, and now today we have appointed the distributors. So we deal with many companies, and our initial plan was to have a local entity in Dubai by June, but due to Corona, we have postponed it to Q4, and then we have planned to start hiring by September. I think it will be done by the end of the year, though I have completed I've done the interviews already. Then, yeah, if I come back to the Aerotool, yeah, it's online 3D modeling, built-in 3D modeling, and roof layout can be imported. You can import, the DWG file or image, or you can enter the coordinates, or you can select the Google BIM Maps location. And then it's an online tool, and it's a good tool. I'll walk you through anyway. So then the product range, we have compact flats for the flat roofs, the bracket design, as you can see on the screen. Then we have 5, 10, 15 degrees, and an east-west solution is available as well. And then, the compact ground, I will walk you through. We have some available product, but I'm more excited on the new range coming up, like everybody need in the region higher. This is 400 millimeters, for example. The new range will be 600 and 800 that can support the ballast blocks underneath. And then also 1 row 4 module, and it will be steel, by the way. I mean, to withstand against the wind load, of course. Then we have compact pitch, for it's not. I removed that from our brochure that we use in the Gulf region because it doesn't apply mainly. But we are, I can say in the Europe, I can say we have a good market share in those installations. Again, in US, we are the. By the way, I mean, I forgot to mention you that first we have built our business in the US, North Carolina and Denver. Before that, our CEO was working on a different segment, and he realized that they don't allow roofs to be drilled in the US like 228. He spent a long time with the R&D with a professor in IFI University, and then came up with the Aero tool, and then came with these first products. Then it flew, and the idea flew in the US. Then we spread it to Australia, and then today we have 14+3 offices. Then compact metal, we have full-fledged short rail, long rail, the clamps available for any type of roofs. Yes, I think it would be better to show you on that screen. Yeah, we said compact metal. Then Z Plus. Z Plus is a new range. The one, as I say, the cleaning robots compatible design that has two designs, and the rails on the right and left to carry the cleaning robots, and the docking station here as well under it. So these are what you see on the left side is the compact clamps, the standardized clamps, clip lock 30 to 50 millimeters adjustable. As you can see, the grounding pins are there, like all the range we have. Then these are compact flat S5, 10, 15 degrees with the different interrow spacing available, so you can maximize the space. Even what you see on the left down is the high density spacing. If you want to maximize the capacity, we have an option to have almost zero loss on the spacing in between. So we have multiple options, or wider options that you can see on the right side, 5, 10, 15 degrees. Then the same range, the bracket-based S10 Plus East-West solution with different interrow spacings again, a ballasted solution. That's the new range we have launched last month. Why? Because we listen our customers, and we have heard that some customers in US, some in Europe, and even some in Middle East, there was a demand on simple design, lightweight, fully compatible with the soft roofs. You see that rail is wide. If it's not clear, I can zoom it a bit. It's a wide rail and easy to install, fully compatible with the soft roofs, that you can spread the load indeed. That's the biggest advantage, I would say. And it's available with the 10-degree south facing or east-west 10-degree SN10 Plus, and easy to install. Good solution where you have small gaps on the or uneven or unleveled, I would say, roofs. That's a good solution. Then metal roof. I skipped compact pitch since it does not apply. So for the metal roof, we have full-fledged solution. Now we have options to have that solution for the metal roof either from Europe or India. Of course, India is more cost effective. I would say 10 to 15% more cost effective. But the first offer that we make is from Europe. I would say that we still prefer, I mean, because the Indian manufacturing is in Mumbai, thanks to a JV that we have signed with Safa in Mumbai, Bangalore, sorry. And but our first logistics preference is from the Europe, Poland, or Austria. So you see the compact clamps on top, and then inclination parts 10 to 15 degrees, then elevation 50 millimeters or 100 millimeters, and then you see the rails, short rail 80 millimeters rail TS08. We have rails available 80, 100, 150, 200, 250, 380. Multiple rails are available. And then the long rail we have, of course, I mean, up to 6.2 meters, 3.2, 4.2, and 6.2 meters. We have discontinued the old range, and the new range is being launched. The design is completed, and then I think 90% we will start extruding it in Abu Dhabi. So it will be cost effective and strong rail that cannot be compared with the long rails in the market because it's quite strong, like I say, to handle more weight, more wind loads, and even that can carry the gratings. To be honest, we have made many calculations with the available long rails in the market. I don't know how do they sell it because based on our calculations, most of the rails available in the market are overloaded 200, 220%, 2 times more than the load that they can carry, which means that you're buying it for 160 kilometers per hour wind, and then we don't think, as per the calculations we make, they will hold even 80 kilometers per hour. So be careful. I mean, like I said, we deliver the engineering, we deliver the value. Of course, the quality has a cost. So then that's all for the rails, and we have clamps, you know, single seam, double seam, and round seam clamps available. And we have different combinations, as you can see on the right. It's like a puzzle indeed. Yes, you see portrait installation with the 380 millimeters, and I get a lot of questions. I mean, or the requests. Of course, to optimize the cost, if the people want to go with an European company to optimize or reduce the cost, I mean, they ask for, okay, I want portrait as that's a new trend, huh? I mean, you know, okay, so some of the module manufacturers have shortened the cables, so they have to go with the portrait, or I mean, it's better. I mean, if I go with portrait, I will increase the capacity whatsoever. That is fine. But give me the short rail. How that will fit? And because I mean, that question comes from many EPCs. I mean, if you look at the trapezoidal sheet, I mean, if you go with 80 millimeters rail, I mean, how will it fit? I mean, that's for sure. You have to go at least a rail that can fill the gap in between two trapezoidal sheets. So at least 380 millimeters in our product range, I would say we go with. That's why I presented 380 millimeters TL38 with the portrait installation. Yeah, if we go with portrait, either it's long rail or TL38 that we provide. Then the clamps, as I said, double seam, single seam, and round seam clamps, and then Z+. Yeah, like I said, that's design is a design thanks to we have developed thanks to an EPC last year in Dubai, and then now we are further developing that design. Our R&D is in contact with Nomad. They work together to have a final touch in that design that will be fully cleaning robots compatible design, available for 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, east-west. That is made for flat roofs as of today, but we are expanding, and we will expand the functionality into steel structures as well. Then compact ground, we have available aluminum. You know, though I do not like it personally, that design 15 to 20 degrees, 1 row, ballasted or screws, you see, ground screws. And then we have the same setup available, 10 degree east-west. And we have made a lot of installations like that on the rooftop, by the way. I mean, some of the customers prefer to go with the ground mount installations thanks to the higher design to have better thermal break in between. Yes, it's not a cost-effective solution for a rooftop, but they prefer to go for it, and that's an option too. And what you see on the right is the first steel production will be 304. Indeed, Hatib galvanized steel, and the new design will not be like that, I would say. Like I said, that is 400 millimeters. We understood that it's not enough for ground, and we go with 600 and 800 millimeters available, and that higher design forced us to go with a better metal, the stronger metal. Then we moved to steel from aluminum. Then we upgraded our aero tool, the design tool, to be able to calculate the ballast underneath, and that will be available with 1, 2, 3 in row, 1, 2, 3, 4 modules in row. We will have 2 different designs, 2 by 2 or 4 in 1 row, with 400, 600, and 800 millimeters. That's being discussed. We may come up with 600 only. We'll see. And the system will be able to calculate the ballast underneath. I think by Q4 we will launch it, by the way. That we already spoke about. That's all for the product range. I'm about to complete. Yes, I mean, we have 30 plus megawatt, references in the Middle East. Some of them are listed here. Keep it in between us because customers might not like it. I just as a reference that you can see. We have many. Then you'll see some links. I will walk you through our website quickly. If I can. Coming up. Last 5 minutes. Yeah, that's our website, homepage, solutions, that you'll see all the details under the solutions, references, Aero Tool Direct. You can register and go with that from there directly. We have webinars. If you are looking for a detailed webinars on the Aero Tool or on our product range, that's going on all the time. You can just register and go on, and some more information about company and news. Once you go to proper range, and for example, you see compact flat, compact pitch, compact round, compact metal. You can download the product brochure, and you can download the checklists in multiple languages. That a checklist that you need to fill for us to deliver you the proper technical report and the proposal. You may enjoy Aero Tool, and you can do your designs and then ask for the quotation, or you can send us the checklist filled, and then we can use the Aero Tool to deliver you a proper technical report. Then for a proper for any range that you're looking for, you can go and see the data sheets as well. Just 1 second, please. For example, yeah, you see the data sheets, all the details, checklist, product brochure for any ranges that you're looking for. And same for compact metal. Yeah. Then, like I said, you can log into Aero Tool through our website, and we have a YouTube channel where you can see the product reviews, company updates, and as well as installation manuals. I mean, you can. We don't have enough time today to go through them, but I suggest you to. I mean, once you are in the need of a certain mounting structure, which is the tire for like a tire in a car. And the only thing that connects the entire investment that you have to the roof. Just have a look whether you want to buy from us or not. Just have a look. What's the difference? What's the difference of the quality? Just you can watch you can follow our YouTube channel. Then quickly, I will show you one video, which link is available on our presentation. So you will see that is Aerotool. Sorry, I took too much time, but I took it 20. Yeah, correct. So that is Aerotool. All-in-one shop for to design a system. If you're looking for a detailed training, we have multiple videos on our YouTube channel, 10 minutes, 1 minute, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, and 1 hour sessions. And also there are webinars available. As of today, you can just register and go to different levels. I mean, this basic and the details. Solar Pro is our partner since 29 to develop that tool. They're a software company. You just have to register, as I said, and then create a project and select the location or update the coordinates. And the wind load is automatically calculated based on the geography, and then some details you can enter, the type of roof, so on, height of the roof, and then available product line will come up automatically. You just have to enter the product range, do the calculation for the wind load and the snow load, and we are updating the system to see the dust load as well, by the way. So then you go to Google or Bing Maps location for that particular roof that you want to install the system, and if you don't have the drawing, you can easily draw it like this from the image itself. Then move to the next step, select the module datasheet or upload it. Many of them are available anyway. So based on the product range that you have selected, you will see the details, and that will take you to design tool. I mean, if I ask the system to fill the roof, entire roof, that's the structure will come up. If there is any obstruction, you can remove easily. It's the copy and paste, click, drag and drop system. You see, like that. You removed some of them, we added some of them. And then you can have multiple roofs in one design. And then you come up with a full technical report that will include the roof data, I mean, the bill of material for the mounting structure and the static calculations, mechanical calculations. You will see now details of the mounting structure to be used. Just finishing, Verma, by the way. Sorry for being late, but I took it late.
You can
as
take
well.
your time. Hello, Hakan,
Yeah,
you can take your time.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not sure that the people are available more.
No,
what I will do, I will finish on time, and then I will leave some time for the questions and answers. So
okay.
then, through those links that I have put on the presentation, which will be shared with you, you can go multiple trainings on the Aerotool. You can register our webinars, and you have Aerotool login, YouTube channel. Like I said, whether you buy from us or not, I mean, we deliver the engineering. We are an engineering company. We are a value company. We don't sell a piece of aluminum. So it will be our pleasure to help you whenever there is something it's difficult to solve or impossible that you see. Then you can come up. You can contact us, even if we don't have a solution, I mean, that means we get the demand from, we collect the demand for worldwide, and then we come up with a new product range like I have explained, the strong rail, you know, a new design wide rail for the soft roofs, or a cleaning robots compatible design, grounding pins, the first bracket. I mean, that's what we do. We are an engineering company. We love it. We love it here, and it is our pleasure to deliver the products. Thank you so much, Verma. I really appreciate it. It's always pleasure to work with you as a company, Power and Sun, in the region. So thank you so much, guys. So I can take any questions if you have. I'm giving the microphone to Verma. Thank you.
Thanks, Hakan. Thanks for the nice presentation and taking us through for Aero tool. I personally feel that we may need to have another session on a detailed, discussions, because here we kept it for 1 hour, 1.5 hour, 15 minutes, because through the studies which we have found it out that if it is not a multi people, webinar, like a multi-company webinar or an information sharing webinar, then it should not be more than 1.5 hours, because the attention spans are getting lost. So thanks, Hakan. Thanks for your time and efforts. I have a lot of questions. I will pick up a couple of questions from the chat list, and then we can take some live questions also. So this is Faizan from Orient Energy, Pakistan, I believe. There's a question from Mr. Mohammad Fayad. Does your product suit small-scale residential solutions? So is there a solution for a residential industry? That's what is the question from Mr. Mohammad Fayad. Hakan, can you?
Salam, Mohammed.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Happy belated Eid. And thanks for the question. That's a valid question, indeed. There are multiple companies. I don't want to name them, but they are leading companies in the market, from Saudi, Lebanon, and even in UAE. They come up with different designs, standardized designs for the residential. We get many requests for the villa rooftops, for example. Basically, one of the company in Saudi, they have already opened the first retail shop for the solar that you can approach as an engineer or the technical representative of the end customer, that you can approach, and you can basically pick anything that you need, which the total solution will be approved by the retail shop. And they have opened the first, even the second shop, one in Jeddah, one in Riyadh right now. So for that concept, we came up with a couple of standardized designs for the residentials. There are some challenges. It's being explored as of today, but good you have asked that question, because that I should, add that as a, again, it will be the first in the world.
Yeah, just to add, Hakan, one more point on this. On our website also, if you see, there are combo packs for the residential sector available. So there is a structure, inverters, panels, cable structures all together in one place. And through the Aerocompact, there are standardized solutions. During the last discussions, we have worked it out. If we know a little bit of a very simple questionnaire, 2-3 questions, if we know about the basic design of a roof, or we can provide the choices, it can be picked up from there. The answer is yes. We have the residential solutions with us. There's another question, Hakan, which is coming up now, that PV on domes, shells, dome type roofs. So do you have a availability on a dome type roof?
Good question. It becomes more and more enjoyable. We have made multiple designs. Yes, we have delivered some, some solutions. It depends on, of course, the angle and what type of dome it is. But we have delivered some solutions. I have the pictures. Basically, what do we do is we elevate the structure on the both sides, and then we arrange a certain angle, the tilting angle for the system, and then it's not easy to calculate the wind uplift effect, so on, but our tool is updated for that. I would say it was last October, I think. I mean, I've seen it. So yes, we have solutions, but it's not easy to deliver a solution for any type of dome. But I believe that we are the most flexible company that can deliver these solutions for dome type, roofs. That's true. Yes.
Okay. There's a very, quickly one more question what I would like to take from the chats. Then we go for our live questions. There is a solution for a residential building crowded with AC ventilators. How high-rise structures is possible? So what are the high-rise structures on a rooftop?
Would you please repeat the question? I mean, I could not
Uh,
hear the first sentence.
there is a roof where are say a lot of AC ventilators are there. So there is a
Okay.
high-rise rooftop solution is required. So what is the height and what type of solutions you have for the high-rise rooftops?
Okay. So once you mean the elevated structures? Yes, true. I mean, there are many. We get many inquiries on the elevated structures and then elevated structure compatible mounting design. So basically, as of today, all the product line that we have are aluminum. And when you talk about the elevated structures, they have to be steel because of the robustness and the strength. So generally, what do we do is, we have combined technical solutions and engineering solutions with the local steel manufacturers through the EPCs that we are working with. To be honest, they provide the EPCs that we are working with. They are dealing with the local steel companies for the elevated structure, and then we provide the mounting structure on top of the elevated structure, which is steel. We have some designs. We have the same approach for the carports, by the way. So that's what do we deliver. Yes.
This was asked by Vamsi Krishna. Now I'll pick up a question from Mr. Faizan Fazal. How to install PV on domes? I think we have already discussed this.
Yes.
From Mr. Ahmad. From site technology, one of the issue in MENA region is a high wind speed. So my question, in which range of products has been most in demand in this region? So I think it was informed 250 kilometers per hour, which is more than the normal products available in this market. So I think this question is on a wind speed. Mr. Hakan, would you like to add something to this?
Yes, definitely. Faisal, salam alaikum. Say hi to Mr. Weil, first of all. And I can say all of our products are wind tunnel tested up to 250 kilometers per hour, and we have a proper tool to do the calculations, and the local codes, wind codes, are integrated into our tool. So whatever we deliver, we give with the robustness, and the strength warranty. So once you talk about the wind load and as well as the structure to be provided to withstand against that particular wind load for that particular coordinate or geography, we are talking about the engineering, the proper calculation. That's why I said we are an engineering company. We deliver the value, we deliver the engineering. So because the aluminum is aluminum, right? The steel is the steel. But what kind of product to be provided for that particular coordinate to have the enough resistance and the robustness against the wind load that you have on that particular geography is an engineering question, not a product question. Yes, we have the good engineering background to do the proper calculations to provide the right product range for this region, which we do as of today. Thanks for the question.
I'll pick another question from Mr. Basil, Anthony Basil. Thanks a lot for asking it. Question is that in the Middle East, the temperature goes up to 70 degrees Celsius. So what do you suggest and What are your views in this region when the temperature is plus, I mean, more than 50 degrees Celsius as mentioned by you?
Correct. I can say that aluminum as a material has a lot of more advantages compared to other materials are being used as mounting structure in the solar segment. So I think that is the best, I would say, the best material to be used from that angle, from the heat, resistancy point of view. I think against the other materials, that's the minimum material heat expansion will be there with the aluminum. There is no, I would say, that there is no perfect solution for that, but aluminum is the best compared to other materials available in the market.
Let's pick up some questions from the live. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a handout there, so you can raise up a hand. We can open up the mic. We can take up some live questions as well. Yeah, Mr. Arnold is asking a question, so let me open his mic. Mr. Arnold, we have opened up your mic. You can speak.
I think you have to unmute, Arnaud.
I have done that already. So we have unmuted him. Yeah, now he's green. Yeah. Yes, sir. Please.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, I would like to know if it is possible from Aerotool to have the complete weight of the installation so that we can really know what is the weight of the solar structure. So the global weight of the solar structure from Aerotool, is it possible to have those information? And if yes, how? That's my question.
Okay. So indeed, we have a material list with the weight of all the materials being used, and it's easy to get an Excel file extraction from the last page that you export the report. There you will see the weights, and you can easily calculate the total weight of the mounting structure.
Okay.
Do you know, I mean, do you just export an Excel file for the entire system? There are two options. You can do it for individual roof or for the entire system, extraction in XLS format from the last page. There you will see the entire bill of material along with the weights. And then it will be very easy to pick up and then just sum up the entire weight for the system.
Okay, thank you.
Pleasure, Arnold.
Thank you.
Is there any other hands out? Let me just take it. But there is one interesting question which is asked that on a very highly corrosive environment, offshore environment, do you have a special solution for offshore environment? This question has been asked by Mr. Rafi Muhammad. I'm sure, I think it's my friend Rafi. So is the special structures or the existing ones, or I mean, we look forward to have your comments on it.
Salam, Mr. Rafi. I mean, that's a very good question. Yes, we have a very special solution. The answer is called aluminum. Indeed, whether it's anodized or not, I mean, aluminum corrodes, but it does not rust. So which means that even after 100 years, the material will be there. There will be some dark effect. The color will change a bit. It will corrode, it means. But I mean, the material will not be affected because the aluminum does not rust, so like steel. So I always give that example. I used to have a boat in Dubai, and it was 1983 model, and it came with the original genuine aluminum parapet, and which was there with no problem. It's a boat always on the salty water. Most of the time, it's not washed before me, and the aluminum was there with no problem.
Hmm?
So I mean, aluminum is the best solution for the corrosive environment, I would say. It's not like steel. Most of the people are getting confused. It's a very good question, Mr. Ravi, indeed. I said, okay, I need anodization, that level here, it's next to the sea. That's true. I mean, but we are using, you go to the big boats, indeed, you will see not unanodized aluminum everywhere, touching the salty water all the time, and nothing will happen to aluminum. It will change the color, that's true, but I mean, nothing will happen to the material. So some of the people do over engineering, I would say. It's okay, I don't want anodization that level, this level, but I can say as a European manufacturer, when I do anodization, it's not a standard process, which means that I have to take it from my current warehouse back to the anodization place and do the spend a lot of time, and the labor is quite expensive compared to this part of the region in Europe. So double the cost and do the anodization and send it for, I wouldn't say for nothing, but unnecessary, since we are doing trading business here, and if technically it's not needed, we don't need to do over engineering or over protection for the system. Thank you.
Mr. Hakan, there's a last question from my side, if you allow, and if you permit me to ask. I would,
My pleasure.
I would also like to ask you one question.
Sure.
We have gone through your presentation. Very nice, excellent. We also understand that 1 gigawatt plus background. We also see the majority of experiences from Europe and US. And you also know that each market behaves in its own way, and each market has its own requirement. To support the EPCs in Middle East region, in a simple 3 statements, what is the best way or best offer you would like to provide to the EPCs over here in this region, and what the special precautions or special cautions which is being taken care at the Aerocompact?
Okay, that's a very, very good question. Experience talks. Thank you so much, Mr. Verma. The value that we deliver for the EPCs that I will start with quickly. Number one, we deliver the peace of mind, because I can clearly see that our friends, our engineers with the EPCs, I mean, they are struggling to deliver the best solution, but because it's not an easy solution. You cannot be an electrical expert, a mechanical expert, solar expert, installation expert, but that's what is being expected from the engineering team. Sometimes it's one-man show, sometimes it's a big team of 20 with the EPCs, and we expect those engineers to be a scientist, like I said. I mean, you cannot be an electrical expert or electrical best experienced engineer, also the mechanical best experienced engineer, and also the civil engineer to do the static calculations. It is impossible. So we take that burden from your shoulders. We guarantee you that we deliver the tires for the cars. We take the responsibility. We deliver 25 years warranty, and we do all the calculations on behalf of you, and we deliver the best solution. What would be the best tilt for that? What will be the yield difference for different tilting or azimuth? I mean, then what would be the best the mounting structure for that particular coordinate, for that particular project? We do all the calculations. You can enjoy it as an engineer by using our tool, which is a free tool, or you can send me the checklist and I deliver you the best one of the best technical report available in the market, along with the commercial proposal. So I mean, show me one more tool that fast. I mean, you just, like I said, I'm not going to repeat what I have said, but by giving some simple information in 15 minutes or 30 minutes max, I mean, you get a full-fledged technical report with even with the bill of material, including the weights, like Arno asked, and you know, there's no other tool like that. I mean, now the electrical came up, project management is coming up. You would take the engineering load from your shoulders for the tires for the car. I mean, I can say that the most important part, you know, for the solar installation, I would say, if you consider the long lifetime. So that's from answer from the engineering point of view. From the commercial point of view, I can say we have standardized. We came up to the region last September, but we worked hard, and then I can say we have analyzed the competition pricing, costing, and now we have finalized the we optimized the price lists for the region. We appointed you as a distributor. I'm very happy with. And then we started doing regular business in the region, which means that we are on the right way. Yes, we struggled at the beginning from the logistics point of view, but we have sorted out all the problems. And like you have mentioned, we are building a local inventory in Jebel Ali. List is finalized. We got all the approvals. I think they will be shipped this week. Maybe they've done it already. So yeah, I mean, it's almost done. Simple addendum to be signed, and then we will move on. We are ready, so we will have local inventory there. So we will support them with the local stock inventory. We will support them with the local existence. I'm there, you are there, and we will have a local entity soon. We will have more team members by the end of this year. So we will have resources, we will have inventory. We deliver the full-fledged engineering. What else an EPC would expect anyway?
Just to sum it up, the value-added engineering, commercial aspects of product making, the availability is in you know, ordering, engineering support, and the last but not the least is the adding up of the resources, so that the approval process with the municipalities and with the other department over here, there the ownership and the ease happens from that side. Thanks, thanks Hakan. Very nice, you know, presentation. Thanks a lot. We look forward to do a lot of business with you. Special thanks to all the attendees sparing their time from their busy schedules. I can really understand. When we started, sometime the COVID started sometime in you know, the mid-March. That's the time when the Dubai was started getting closed. Okay, and officially it was announced on 22nd to have a lockdown. At initial phase of 1 or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, there used to be hardly one webinar happening in a 1 week or in a 10 days. And today the situation is there are 3 webinars or at least 4 webinars in a day. So choosing for all the professionals, this is not only with me, you know, with me alone, but I'm sure this at least not 4, at least 2 or 1. Each one of you will be getting it on a, you know, everyday basis. So sparing a time, giving a respect to the presentation. Thanks a lot. Thanks to you guys for attending it. It really means a lot, because apart from doing everything else, the one aspect which COVID has given us is actually a knowledge sharing. So I will wind up this session now. We're already late by around 10-15 minutes. Thanks again to all. Thanks to the you know, partnerships. Be safe, secure. Take care of yourselves. Businesses are opening up. Things will change. Many things we have learned it. Let's protect ourselves and protect the community, protect the family where we are in now. Thanks a lot, gentlemen. Nice meeting you once again. Thank you.